When most men start their journey to understand women, they hear the same phrase repeated like a mantra. Ignore her and she will chase you. They take it literally. They think it's a technique, a button you press to get a result. So they try it. They go hot and cold. They play games with their phone. They pull away just to see if she notices. And then, nothing happens. They begin to think it's just empty talk. But the problem wasn't the phrase, my friend. The problem was the man behind the phrase. You misunderstood what creates the effect. Because ignoring a woman, it isn't a strategy. It's not a performance you put on for an audience of one. It is simply the natural byproduct of a man who possesses non-neediness. Now, pay close attention, because neediness is not what you think it is. It's not just the obvious crazy stuff, like calling her 60 times or acting desperate. Those are just the symptoms. I want to talk about the cause. Neediness is a deeper psychological shift. It's the moment your behavior changes just to secure a result. It's when you start giving more than the situation actually calls for, simply because you're afraid of losing her. Let's make this real. Neediness looks like the guy who takes a girl he barely knows on expensive dates. He's spending money and time trying to buy interest. Not because the connection is actually there, but because he's desperate to create it. That is neediness. It looks like the man who fills every silence with a text. He's trying to keep the momentum on life support because he's terrified that if he stops talking, she'll stop thinking about him. It's the guy doing favors, driving her to hair appointments, and being her support system before she's even earned a place in his life. Now, understand this. None of these actions are wrong in a vacuum. The problem is the timing and the intent. It all comes from the same place, trying to increase her interest through your investment. And here is where the psychology of attraction flips on its head. It's not about what you give. It's about what your giving sub-communicates. When you invest more than what she's matching, you signal dependence. You signal that you feel inadequate. Even if you don't say it, she can smell it. It's a biological red flag that kills attraction instantly. Let's break down a real interaction. You're talking to a woman and she throws a test your way. She looks at you and says, "You probably say that to everyone." The needy man reacts immediately. He starts explaining, "No, I don't. I'm not like that. You're different." He's defensive. He's trying to correct her perception of him. He is now the one chasing her approval. Now, watch the man with non-neediness. Same situation, same sentence. He hears it, pauses, and lets a wicked grin possess his face. He says, "Then you already know what kind of people I talk to." No defense, no justification, no chasing. See the difference? One man is trying to change how she sees him. The other is completely unaffected by how she chooses to see him. One is a seeker. The other is the prize. The moment you try to prove yourself, you have already lost. You are investing more than the situation requires. Compare that to the man who stays balanced. He doesn't fix things when they don't move forward. If the vibe flows, he continues. If it doesn't, he leaves. Simple. People call this ignoring her. But he isn't ignoring her out of spite or as a game. He's just not overinvesting. There's no strategy, no timing, no technique. Just the total absence of neediness. That changes everything. One man is trying to manufacture a result. The other is simply responding to what is actually there. So when you hear, "Ignore her and she'll chase you," understand the true concept. It's about being a man who refuses to increase his investment when nothing is being returned. And because he never overinvests, he never ends up chasing. Stop trying to fix an imbalance with more effort. The moment you do, you shift into neediness. The real change is simple. Do not increase investment when interest is not being matched. When that becomes your default mindset, what people call ignoring just happens naturally, not as a strategy, but as a result of your own high value. See you in the next code.